Hey guys, I know it's been quite a freaking while since I uploaded a video, but that is why I'm making this video in order to explain, what happened and, how my last, I guess you can say a few months or not, maybe like a month and a quarter have been, and it has been regarding a phone problem that I have. And I briefly touched on this, I think, in the last video I made. And right now, the amount of phones I have right in front of me right now is crazy, but I'm going to explain them. So that's literally why I haven't been feeling the best that much because of, my phone is just cracked out of its mind. And I've just been searching for a phone, but like the amount of times that I have been scammed and the amount of times that it's just bad delivery is honestly mind-boggling to me. So right now, this is the phone I'm using right now. This is the one with my SIM card. This is the one where I get all my messages on. This is my main phone right now. Um, but the bad thing about it is that the screen, I don't know if you can see it, but the screen is freaking cracked. So if I was to like ever like up the brightness and then turn down the brightness, it would like turn green. Like you can barely even see the screen because the AMOLED display is destroyed when I cracked it at school. This happened back in like May, and when that happened, I was just blown out of my mind. I wanted to like freaking punch myself in the gut and chop up my hands. But um, I have to get used to it. Right now, it's still looking like a beast, but I can't use it at night because it's like looking into the sun or freaking solar eclipse. It's just so bright. The screen's cracked. There's like a big like purple line there that like blocks some of the screen. It's just cracked, and I'm scared. If I were to like drop it into water when it rains, it can just crack because if rain or water gets into it, it can buzz up and freaking die on me. And it also has a very large chance of like not working that much. So I told myself, you know what, I'll probably just get a new phone. But maybe I can go to like a repair shop that can fix it. But I decided to say, you know what, I'll just get a new phone. So a new phone I did. So I got this phone. It's the exact same. It's the Ultra. And this phone, when it came, it was a very like it was a used phone. It's the S20 Ultra. It was used, so I'm pretty sure it's just a gamble to see if the phone is really that good. And I kind of got a little unlucky because I think like part of the screen was like burnt, you can say. Like it was very hot, while like the other half of the screen was just cool as possible. So maybe it had like uneven heating, uh, uneven display, you can say. So it can kind of mess up it. And then the battery was very bad. Like I usually am a YouTube guy who watches a lot of YouTube, and I watched like a freaking 8 minute video and it drained 3% of my battery. Compared to this phone where I watch like an 8 minute video, it like drains probably like 0.9% battery. So I had to get this one checked out, um, and that I did. So I thought to myself without knowing any knowledge, um, that maybe the battery sucks, like the battery is bad, even though the battery is pretty good, I guess. So I went to this repair shop where they can probably say, you know what, I'm gonna replace the battery for this one, and maybe they can see what they can do about this one. This is also another 20 Ultra. This was my dad's one, and this is the one that got something that you call like the white screen of death, where like an update can like mess up the phone. So every time that you turn on the phone, it just turns white. I'm not gonna turn it on. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it's dead. I don't know, but it turns white. So I decided to go to this repair shop, and the repair shop I went to was just abnormally bad. Um, he said that he can probably fix it for like $40 to $75 maybe. Um, so we gave him about $70. He replaced the battery, but the way that he like put it in there could have killed it, because I think he everything he did was good. Glued it. He got a new battery in there. What just what we wanted. But like right before, like I left with it, he said that he wanted to clean the USB charger because it had like moisture detected in it. So he freaking took a compressed air gun, right, with alcohol in it, and he blew it into the USB cable. And I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to put alcohol in a phone in the USB cable, nor putting compressed air for freaking that long. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 seconds at most to put compressed air to like clean it, but he did it for that long. So that scared me a little bit. New battery, let's see how this goes. And it sucks. It drains faster than it was before. And I learned that my lesson that me and my family would just not go to that repair shop because, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. So I went to another repair shop to see. So I just gave up. I just gave up on this phone. This phone's just kapooey. It's done, just like this phone, just like these two phones over here. It's just kapooey. We can probably sell it, but I'm pretty sure nobody will take it. So uh, I decided to see if they can get this one fixed. I went to a better repair shop that I'm pretty sure we should have went first. And this guy was nice. He was amazing. He was a freaking respectable, personal guy, man. I loved him a lot. Shout out Julian. Um, so he said that he can repair this phone. He can get a repair screen, but the problem is that it's like $290 to fix it because it's a freaking old phone, and I think getting a new screen for this phone is much more expensive for some reason. I don't know why, but I took his word for it. Okay, I'll just deal with this phone. I'll deal with the phone right now. So I'm using now a mix of this phone and this phone. This is a Note 8. This phone's a Note 8. Um, and it works pretty good. I use it as like a backup phone just in case because I'm gonna go on vacation soon. So if I have these two phones in case like this one dies on me, I have this phone right here. And I've been using these two phones for like the past, I think, 3 weeks right now. And it's cool. I mean, it's hard charging it in my bedroom because I only have like one charger in my bedroom, so I have to like debate which one I should use. Which one should I charge? Which is more important? This one definitely more important. But right now, last time I used this as like a nighttime phone because the screen is actually dim. Well, this screen can't even dim because of the cracked screen. Um, so I use it as like a nighttime phone, and I just used it, this morning, and it's good. I like it. It's good when it's charged. The battery isn't as good, but this isn't my main phone, and this is a freaking old phone, 2017, and it's good for the most part. When you charge it and all that, it works good. I think it's a pretty good phone, but it's just too old, and I'm not gonna risk like repairing it because there's no need. It's a very old phone, but I'm pretty sure back in like 2017, this phone was a beast, and if it doesn't get better, it has a pen too, which is cool. So I used both of these phones until I did a lot of freaking research about like, okay, I want to get another new phone. This time I want it to be brand new. I want it to be new. I want it to be brand new, and it has to be a little cheap, probably like under $700. And I did so much research. I learned so many things about phones that I can have like a PhD in phone fanatics, you can say. And it's crazy. I learned so much things. I learned about processors. Like processors have like a big deal in this. I learned that America has this processor called Snapdragon for the Samsung only. That's Samsung's only. Um, and like globally for Samsung, it's like the Exynos. And I heard that the Exynos one is crappy dookie, while the Snapdragon is freaking amazing. So God bless America. I'm lucky to be here having the Snapdragon. Um, so I said, okay, so that limits it down. I don't want to get a global phone. I want to get a Snapdragon phone. So uh, Samsung has these phones that's like budget phones. They're called like the A series. Uh, it's just a little under the S series because the S series is like the flagship phones. Flagship means like the brand new like $1,000 phones. Uh, and basically the A series basically just does like what flagship phones do. 78%, I think, of what flagship phones can do, and just for like half the price. So like, if you compare like the S24 Ultra, which is like $1,500, compared to like A series phone, let's say like the A55 for like $500, and it does like 78% of what the phone can do. So I was thinking about getting the A55. The A55 I did a lot of research on, and it looks like a good, like, budget phone. Except I'm here in America, and the A55 was actually canceled in America because Samsung is very freaking greedy as heck. Because instead of, like, they said to, like, the people, the reason why the A55 isn't in America is because the S23 FE exists. Um, so I said, wow, okay, but, like, what if I want the A55? I can get the A55 right now off of Amazon. And by the way, the A series is they use the Exynos cheap processor, so I have to keep that one in mind. And I heard a lot of reviews where the battery is trashy. Maybe it's pretty good because it has like a 5,000 mAh milliamps battery. Um, but processors do have come because there were some tests I saw there where they compared like a A55 that's like 5,000 milliamps battery with an Exynos, and there's like the S23 or the S23 with like a 3900 milliamps battery that uses the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 2, and they came real close. So obviously, I learned now that maybe it's not the battery that matters, it's more of like the processor, because the processor is what keeps your phone going and going. And obviously, the more you use your processor, the more battery it will use. And the worse your processor is, or the best your processor is, determines battery life. Because I'm someone who will like determines battery life, um, so I like freaking cherish battery life. Like that's my top priority, battery life. Um, so I had to get Snapdragon instead. So I was thinking about, there were three phones I wanted to get. Well, actually, there was five phones in particular I wanted to get. It was a S23 Ultra, a I think it was an S22 Ultra, maybe the S23 S20. No, it was an S23 Ultra. It was the S23 or the S24 Plus, which is the one my dad has. After his phone didn't work, he got that one instead, and I saw it, and his phone is pretty good. S24 Plus, the A54, which is the last, which was like the best mid-range phone back in 2023 for Samsung. Um, the A35, which is just below the A55 because it is here in America, and the S23 FE. So I limited it down back to, I took away these two phones. Actually, no, I took away the S23 Ultra because it's an old phone, and I heard that there's this update, like the 6.1.1 update, that kills the phone. So you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. So I didn't get the S23 Ultra, and it's also $820. So no. So the S24 Plus is the one that my dad has. I was thinking about getting this one, but it also costs a lot of money, $900, so more than the S23 Ultra. So peekaboo, there was that one. So now I limited it down to three: A54, A35, and the S23 FE. So I did so much research. I watched a lot of battery testers. I watched a lot of performance testers. I watched a lot of freaking Mark S. Brownie, freaking Tech Night or whatever. A lot of tech videos, a lot of day in the life. Freaking 6 weeks with this phone. Here's my conclusion. So, the phone that I got is right in front of me right now, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. And keep in mind that the A35, the A54, and the S23 FE literally all look the same. Like the freaking camera, the freaking screen, the freaking uh, black border, which is called bezels, they all look the same. So if I was to show you this right now, I just want you to guess which one I got. So this is my new phone that I just got off Amazon literally yesterday, and this is it right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it does look like those three phones I mentioned. Now I'm pretty sure, you can't really tell the difference. Is this the S23 FE? Is this the Is this the A35? Is this the A54? Well, actually, it's the S23 FE. I got the S23 FE because I looked at a lot of tests and a lot of reviews that the S23 FE is just like a flagship phone, 90% flagship phone. Um, and it does everything a flagship phone does. It was also the most expensive out of the two, with the A35 being the cheapest, and then this being the most expensive out of the three. So I got this one. And like a day, it works pretty good. It has Galaxy AI on it. It has all the things. You have widgets, it has customizable backgrounds, it has everything on it. I think right now, from what I read, which is kind of ironic, um, out of those three phones, from what I read, I haven't used this phone freaking for a day, but I have read that the S23 FE actually has the worst battery out of all of them, with a outstanding 9 hours, or like a outstanding like close to 10 hours of usage, which is actually not that bad, to be honest. With the like A35 coming in with like a 13 hours, I'm pretty sure the 54 like with 11 hours. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but you know, I feel like this entire experience actually helps me a little bit because I'm not using my phone that much anymore. I'm actually watching TV, playing games that much now, so that's good. But hopefully, um, the FE, the S23 FE is good because I have heard a lot of bad things about it. But it's you never know until you test it out and see what happens. Hopefully, this phone will last me. Hopefully, I won't. I'll get used to it. And I have heard that it will adapt to my usage. Like it will get better. Battery will get better. The updates will make it get better. So hopefully everybody's right and this phone lasts me well. Um, but from what I learned from this entire experience is crazy. Like the lessons I have learned here was like lessons that I'll learn freaking dog man can't even teach me. So I learned so many things. Number one is just be careful. If you shop online, be very careful. If it says like refurbish or like excellent refurbish or like don't really trust it because like excellent refurbish can mean that like it does look good, but when you like actually get into the phone itself, it may not look as good. So just be careful with getting used phones. And if you want to get used phones, that's fine. But I recommend just getting like I'd rather you just get like a new like S24 rather than like a used S23 Ultra. Like that's me. I'd rather you get a brand new phone than a used phone, to be honest. And don't even think about getting a freaking used old phone. Like no, don't do that. But just be careful, be mindful, and do a lot of research. Like do like a outstanding amount of research when you get phones, like prices, process. Like definitely look at the processors, battery, performance. And if you're one of those people that like cameras a lot, there are so many camera test videos about different phones. It's good. It's amazing. Um, and don't be clumsy because when this happened, I can go a little bit onto this about what happened with this phone. I was at school, I was holding the phone with the black case on it, and I dropped it and it hit the corner of like concrete, like a seat where my school is, and it cracked, all because I didn't have like these lineups out here. You see how like it like sticks out? Yeah. There's also another lesson I learned. Get these phone cases with the lining, like it protects the flat of your screen right here. Like it will protect this. Also, just get like a good case that will last you pretty long. Um, because if you drop your phone, you never know what happened and it's scary. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically what happened. This entire thing has made me very stressed, very mad, and upset. It made me very down, just because anything can happen, and that scares me because well, if the worst happens, what would I do? So, to my parents, if you are watching this, I greatly do apologize for what I've been acting like. I greatly do apologize for that. Um, I will try my best and just not act like what I did. I'll try just be positive, more mindful because this really did bring me down, and I just didn't really have any motivation to just do anything. So hopefully, I am feeling better. We are gonna go on vacation, so that should help me a ton. Um, but yeah, just be grateful with what you have. Do a lot of research. Don't be clumsy, and also listen to your mom because if it's cracked, if it's the screen changes a little bit, but it doesn't affect you that much or affect your phone that much, keep using your phone. It's fine. You can still use it until never what happens. Like if your phone's cracked a little bit, or your phone is, the AMOLED's a little, busted out, but it doesn't affect your overall phone. Don't just you keep using just keep using it. Like there's no need to change it. Like you don't have to fall into this consumerist mindset. Well, oh shoot, my phone is cracked now. I have to get the S24 Ultra, or I have to get the iPhone 15 Pro. You know, but yeah. So don't be clumsy. Be grateful for what you have. Do a lot of research, and don't get iPhone because iPhone is a pitiful phone that nobody should have. It's just there for, you know, clout. You can say. I'm just joking, but yeah, that's where I've been. So that's what happened. Hopefully this clears up everything. Hopefully I can go back to normal. I'll see if I can make videos when I do vacation. Maybe I might use my 23FE. I might also bring this phone just for recording purposes only. Or I might use this one, you don't know. But yeah, that's honestly all I have to say. I'll try my best to get back into making videos. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, you have a very good attention span.